Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. Now I know what you're thinking. Jay, you only do cars. Where are the jokes about airline food? Well, today we're switching gears. We're talking cars and motorcycles. Two things near and dear to my heart. Over the years, I've come across some pretty wild stories and facts about these mechanical marvels. And trust me, folks, some of this stuff you wouldn't believe unless you saw it with your own two eyes. So buckle up, because we're about to take a ride through some of the craziest, most fascinating facts about the cars and bikes that have driven history. And let me tell you, one of these facts about motorcycles, well, it'll blow your socks off. You know, folks, it's funny to think about the first car ever made. I mean, today we've got electric cars, self-driving cars, cars that practically park themselves. But back in 1886, Carl Benz over in Germany, he was just trying to get this three-wheeled contraption to go a couple miles an hour without shaking itself apart. Can you imagine? No power steering, no air conditioning, and forget about a cup holder. You were lucky if the thing didn't burst into flames. Now, Henry Ford, he was a different breed. He didn't just want to build cars, he wanted to build cars for everybody. That's how we got the Model T in 1908. It put America on wheels. And you know what color it came in? Black. That's it. Just black. Why? Because black paint dried the fastest, and Henry, he was all about speed, even when it came to paint. Speaking of speed, or lack thereof, you ever been stuck in traffic? I'm talking about the kind of traffic that makes you question your life choices. Well, folks, it's nothing compared to what happened in China back in 2010. Picture this. 60 miles of bumper-to-bumper traffic. That's right, 60 miles. People were stuck in their cars for days. Some folks were even playing cards on the roofs of their cars. Now that's what I call a parking lot. You know, we take dashboards for granted these days, GPS, touchscreens, even heated steering wheels. But you ever wonder where the name came from? Go back 100 years before cars and you've got horses and buggies. That board in front of the driver, that wasn't for looks, that was a dashboard, literally a board to stop mud and debris dashed up by the horses' hooves from splattering the passengers. Talk about low tech. Now, I love my classic cars, but even I got to admit, modern cars are pretty amazing. You think about it, the average car has over 30,000 parts. That's more parts than a jumbo jet, and somehow they all work together to get you from point A to point B, hopefully without bursting into flames. It's a testament to the ingenuity of engineers, and let's be honest, a little bit of magic too. Speaking of cool cars, who could forget the DeLorean from Back to the Future? That stainless steel body, those gull-wing doors, pure 80s awesomeness. You know, they chose that car because it looked like a spaceship, perfect for time travel. And you know what? They were right. The DeLorean might not have been a sales success in real life, but on the big screen, it became a legend. Now, I'll admit, when I first heard about self-driving cars, I thought it was science fiction, but folks, the future is here. They're already on the roads, and some experts say they could reduce accidents by up to 90%. Think about that, safer roads for everyone. Of course, I still think there's nothing like the feeling of gripping the wheel yourself, but hey, maybe that's just me being old-fashioned. All right, folks, let's talk motorcycles. The first motorcycle popped up in 1885 thanks to Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach. These guys were tinkering away, and what they came up with was basically a bicycle with an engine strapped on. Can you imagine riding that thing? We're talking about a wooden frame, no suspension to speak of. It was probably a rougher ride than a rodeo bull, but hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Now, we all know motorcycle racing gets the adrenaline pumping, but did you know the first official race was held back in 1897? France was the place to be, and these guys were pushing the limits of speed. Well, sort of. The winner of that first race averaged a whopping 24 miles per hour. I mean, I've gone faster on my lawnmower, but back then, that was the cutting edge of speed. It was a different era, folks. But hey, you've got to admire the guts it took to hop on those early bikes and race. All right, let's talk about some serious speed. The Dodge Tomahawk. This beast is officially the fastest production motorcycle out there. This ain't your grandpa's Harley. This thing can hit a mind-blowing 350 miles per hour. That's faster than some airplanes. I'm not sure that they make a helmet with enough padding for that kind of ride. It's a testament to what's possible when you combine engineering brilliance with a need for speed that borders on the insane. Now, motorcycle clubs, they're a breed apart. And the oldest one in the world, that would be the Yonkers Motorcycle Club, established all the way back in 1903. These guys have seen it all: wars, recessions, changing trends. But through it all, they've kept the spirit of the open road alive. That's dedication, folks. It goes to show there's something about motorcycles that creates a bond, a brotherhood that transcends generations. You ever hear a motorcycle coming down the road and you just know it's a single cylinder? That distinctive thump-thump sound is how they got the nickname thumpers. It's like their own heartbeat, a raw, visceral sound that sets them apart from the multi-cylinder crowd. And let me tell you, there's a certain charm to that simplicity, that mechanical symphony. Now, when it comes to motorcycle stunts, nobody did it bigger or bolder than Evel Knievel. The man was a legend, defying gravity and common sense with every jump. And you know what? He's got the broken bones to prove it. Evel holds the record for the most broken bones in a lifetime. 433. That's more broken bones than a bag of potato chips. They called him crazy, but I call him a pioneer. He pushed the limits of what was possible and inspired a generation of daredevils. And now, folks, for that mind-blowing motorcycle fact I promised you. Picture this: Brazil 2008, over 28,000 motorcycles gathered for one massive parade. That's right, 28,474 bikes, all in one place. Can you imagine the roar of those engines? It must have been like a symphony of horsepower. That's a sight I would have loved to see. It just goes to show the global passion for motorcycles, a love affair that spans cultures and continents. So there you have it, folks, some of the craziest, most interesting facts about cars and motorcycles. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this ride, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more gearhead goodness. And hey, speaking of the future, next time we're diving into the world of electric vehicles, we're talking silent speed, instant torque, and enough tech to make your head spin. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching and ride safe.